Okay, in this segment, before we can go on a test drive, first thing we need to do is check our brake fluid and make sure the brake fluid is at the correct level. At this time, we're done working on the brakes. If we did the procedure for bleeding, the fluid level should be below the add line or the do not fill above this mark line. That's what we're concerned with. We just want to make sure that we don't have more fluid in there above that line, because it'll just impede the brake system's ability to correctly ventilate. So we want to top that off and make sure do not go above the line that says top or full, because you need that airspace in the top of the cylinder. And then after you do that, what we're going to do is check and see if the brake system is holding pressure. Just start the vehicle up, pump your foot on the brakes a couple times, and we want to hold that brake pedal and just apply a good consistent pressure for about 10 to 15 seconds and see if you feel any fade or any give in that brake pedal. And that would indicate that there's a leak in the system or that we might potentially have air in the system still. If the brake pedal gets real spongy to where you can feel it kind of bouncing and it won't push down and become firm, that's an indication of air. And on a test drive, that would also be an indication that you might look for is under a high stress brake situation, where like a panic stop where you wanted to apply a lot of pressure and stop very quickly, you'll find longer stopping times and less ability to stop than what you're accustomed or normally have with this vehicle. And that's because the air in the system is being compressed and taking up some of the energy instead of applying it to the brakes. Those are just a couple things you might look for that give you indication that you have air still in the system or you might have a leak. And just probably hold that for at least 15 seconds. 30 seconds would be better, but 15 seconds would be a good indication. And then if everything holds up fine, you should be ready for a test drive. Just take the vehicle out and go on a standard test drive. Just do some moderate braking at first and get the feel of it several times before you try and do any stressful stop, and keeping in mind stopping, where you have plenty of extra room to stop in case there is a problem that you can adjust and compensate for it before it causes you any other problems. One other key tip, if you're doing this and just finishing this job and you're inside a garage, before you start your vehicle up, open the door and make sure you get the exhaust gas out. Thank you for watching this video, and please watch other videos in automotive repair training.